I thought I'd start this video by sharing a little cartoon I found recently because I think it says something about where we might be at with some of the technical stuff, in particular with the WordPress and Code Academy thing. So the way this cartoon works, of course, is that they're in that first panel. You've got the guy, he's climbed up this hill, and he thinks, "Oh, this isn't so bad." And then he realizes that really the real learning is the next big hill, and that's a lot more work. And that, in the nutshell, is kind of what the next stage is going to be a little bit with some of the coding and the WordPress. And by that I mean the website, because that's where the coding and the WordPress comes into play. Most of you did okay on this first assignment, this reflection essay, and I should point out that my grading for the reflection essay is very generous. I didn't really focus a whole lot on various things in the essays that could have been more detailed or cited or whatever, things like that. I let most of that go. What I did focus on was making sure that you finish the exercises. And if you finish the exercises successfully and reflected on it successfully, you probably got an A in the project. If you didn't really fulfill the requirements of the essay, you may have gotten a lower grade, or if it was significantly late, or if you're still missing some stuff with the WordPress thing, which is a situation that some people are in, you probably got a lower grade. There's a few of you, and I don't know how useful it is for me to share this in a video, because there's a pretty good chance that you're not watching this video anyways. But there's a few of you who are kind of missing in action here, and I don't really know what the story is. It's difficult for me to gauge that in an online class when people don't turn stuff in. Is it because they're late, or is it because they've given up, or what? But my point is this, is that the work on this is going to continue into the website, because one of the things that's different about how I'm asking you to use WordPress in this class versus how I sometimes will ask students to use WordPress in other classes I teach, or maybe how you've used WordPress before, is I'm asking you to make a good WordPress site. I'm asking you to make a good website. It's not just a question of succeeding at actually getting it to work. And it's not simply a blog. It's not simply a space where you can just, post your thoughts and things like that. You're trying to use WordPress to design a well thought out, usable, well written, well executed website. Your website for this class should look as close as professional as it possibly can, because again, this is a class called Writing for the Web, and the whole premise of the class is trying to learn and teach things that are actually useful in the professional workspace for people who are writers who work on things like websites and social media and things like that. Let me mention two other things. First, I'm pretty much caught up on grading for participation, and we're almost at the midterm point, so I'll soon be calculating a midterm participation grade. Remember, to get the best grade in any particular participation discussion, you need to post initially on time, the day that it starts, and you need to follow up with 2 additional posts on peers' comments that are, and all 3 posts should be at least 12 hours apart. I gave some people some breaks when it was like 6 or 8 hours apart, but if you posted 3 times, if a discussion began on Monday and you posted 3 times on that Monday and they're less than 15 minutes apart, that's a C, because you got to post 12 hours apart. I explained this in the syllabus, I've explained this in emails, etc. So hopefully that's clear. I'm also going to be emailing graduate students very soon, probably on Saturday this weekend, to start forming a schedule for when we'll be doing the presentations to class with whoever it is you decided to interview as a web professional. And we need to start coordinating some of that a little bit, making sure that people have a chance to present their research to the class in a way that works for everybody in terms of a schedule. There's dates for that marked later in the semester, but like I said, I'll talk to grad students about that. I think that's it for now. I'm looking forward to moving into the second phase of the class here, where we're kind of working on two different major projects at the same time. We're talking about social media analysis, and we're talking about website design, and we kind of go back and forth in the discussion, as you can kind of see. They connect to each other. They're a little bit different from each other. But that's the only way I know how to do this, is to kind of do both of them at the same time, because they're not really sequential in the way that the first assignment kind of has to come first. Hopefully that makes some sense. Okay, cool. I'll see you all online.